times last week, Steve. He tried to get, vertical. He was trying to move up and down the line instead of going to his strengths, which is right through the line, and cost him some yards this week. I would say that patience is going to be key. He doesn't want to move laterally. He wants to go forward. 3rd and 4 here for the Indians on the first drive of the night against this Blair Oaks defense. Trusty, men in motion before the snap. Now Trusty hands it off to Colonius going left. He's met at the line of scrimmage and will be brought down, and that'll bring up 4th down for the first time tonight for the Indians.
Yeah, I feel like maybe not surprised by Colonius getting the ball there after Williams getting a couple tries. But I don't think the Blair Oaks Falcons were surprised either.
Kimry back to kick. We saw him have a couple of nice punts last week.
Oh, most excellent. He keeps kicking the ball like that. He's going to be recognized and get some awards for that.
Clean snap, almost blocked, but gets a nice kick out. Takes another good Osage hop, and that's going to be 3 out of his last 4 punts, Steve, that are going to be downed inside the 20. And at this level, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's got to feel good about that.
You know what? At any level, that's pretty good. I think NFL would take that, wouldn't they?
My teams would.
Make a long field for him. That'll set up 1st and 10 for the Falcons from their own 15. Osage defense on the field, first time tonight. 10 minutes left to go here in the first quarter of play. Looking out to the right and just underthrown. No good. And that was Tyler Bax, the sophomore quarterback, leading the helm here for the Falcons.
You'd mentioned last week that maybe Blair Oaks is a little down, and I think if they are a little down, it's right here on this side of the ball, on the offensive side. We'll see how they do. A little younger on this side as opposed to the defensive side.
Man in motion pre-snap. And he's going to get the snap and move down the field on the left side, get some blockers, and knocked out of bounds right at midfield. That is Jet Quiret.
Well done.
Isaac Stark knocking him out of bounds. Sorry, it was 1st and 10 from the 50. Yeah, I think that's Quiret. Now, 1st and 10. Man in motion for the Falcons. It's a snap. Looking for a quick pass out to the right. There it is, and lost a handle on it. Warren Davis unable to bring it down, and the defender there, Childs, I think he was focused on making the tackle. Credit where it's due, but I think if he'd have been looking for the ball, he could have come up with it.
Well, that reminded me of a play I saw just last night in Kansas City, right? I wasn't in Kansas City. I was in my house, but it's kind of a tip drill, and Osage had the opportunity to take it back the other way. Just weren't quite ready for it.
Now looking to work the option out to the left side. Force the pitch. Hayden Lackman runs, and he's knocked down. Another sophomore. And like you said, they are young on this side of the ball. They returned 10 of 11 starters on defense, but they lost a lot of starters here on the offensive side. 3rd down and 7. Looking out to the left. Quick pass, and it is caught just past the 1st down marker and brought down. Kimry had it read, tried to jump the passing lane. Looked like he got his big old bear paw up in the path, but could not knock it down. Instead, it's a reception and a 1st down for the Falcons as they march down the field here.
The Falcons couldn't be any more balanced at this point. It seems like it's, pass, run, pass, run, pass, run. I don't think they've done anything twice in a row at this point.
There's play action. Looking over the middle, has his man caught, and it is going to be into the end zone. The Falcons score on the first drive of the night off of that play action pass. Found his man, Nick Klosser, a senior.
Put the Indians on their heels pretty quick there. You're not going to be able to figure out, what's coming at you. They're not going to be predictable. They're showing us that tonight for sure.
As soon as you run that play action and the secondary just bites up just a little bit on it and get that space, and it's hard to be disciplined in that situation. Extra point is up and good. Blair Oaks goes in front, 7-0, 9:13 left to go here in the first. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
No pressure, low prices.
Hi, this is Jason at Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Canterton. Hewlett has been serving the Lake area for over 54 years, and we're proud to offer the lowest prices combined with a friendly, no-pressure environment. We are proud to offer our price match guarantee. You can buy locally without all the hassles and pressures of a big dealer, but still be confident you're getting the lowest prices on your purchase. I invite you to come experience the Hewlett difference today. Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Canterton.
No pressure, low prices. That's the way we do it. Shop Hewlett. ShopHewlett.com.
Back here at Osage High School, Blair Oaks first possession down the field with a score. And Osage coming out to receive the kick, 7-0. Falcons in front of the Indians here in the first.
Blair Oaks marches down the field 85 yards after that beautiful punt by Kimry, but that didn't slow them down. 6 plays, and they hit pay dirt.
Kick is up and away. DePay back to field it, and he does so. Sets up the wedge, now looking to go left past the 30, and Osage will start 1st and 10 at the 32.
You know, it seems like I remember last week the kickoffs, they were trying to kind of pin him in the corner a little bit and not give DePay much room to run, but they're just going right at him, and he's just returning the favor. He's getting some yards on his returns here tonight so far.
Yeah, a couple nice returns. 1st and 10 for the Indians. Trusty back in the pistol. Williams behind him. Colonius next to him. Pre-snap motion for Osage. Trusty takes a snap, pitches it outright to Williams, looking to get vertical on the edge. Instead, he's met by 2 Falcons and brought down.
Boy, just for a moment, I thought he had some space and an angle, and he was going to have a pretty good run there, but the pursuit of the Falcons was just spot on.
He had a little head of steam on him as he caught that football for sure. Sets up 2nd down and 9. They give him a gain of 1 on that one. Trusty back in the pistol. 4 wide receiver set. Trusty looking for a quick play, and I think that one might have got tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, sure, I couldn't tell who got a hand on it, but you could just tell by the path of the ball. That did not go where it was intended to go for sure.
Yeah, I was looking out at Stevens to see if he was going to come in with that one, and the ball kind of trickled down in front of him. Camdenton in front of Waynesville. A couple of local teams playing there, 7-0.
Camdenton looking for a rebound win this week, right? Tough loss at Kickapoo, is that right?
Yeah. 3 wide receivers set out to the left. Look for Trusty to roll out that way. Here comes the blitz. Now Trusty hit by 3 Falcons and taken down in the backfield. Maverick didn't even have time to roll out to his left. That's where the play was designed to go.
A little bit of a contrast between the Falcons' drive where they were able just to be balanced and kind of keep us back, push us back on our heels there, whereas we were just forced in a 3rd and long, and it was kind of predictable. We got to get a chunk here, and they came at us hard and fast.
So another 3-and-out situation here for the Indians.
Going to need a good one, a good boot here by Kimry for sure.
Yeah, if he gets this one inside the 20, that's really impressive. I'll just take a nice punt. Kimry, a good boot on this one. Fielded cleanly. Ball on the deck. Yeah, nice job. He tried to return it, instead fumbled the return, and Osage picks it up. And Landon Childs comes up with the football. And you know what? That's on the heels of a nice punt. Just fair catch it. You got defenders around you. A mistake from Blair Oaks. And Osage will start 1st and 10 in Blair Oaks territory now at the 38. Nice job there by the special teams unit.
Hey, that's beautiful.
3rd fumble recovery for the team this year. Trusty, quick handoff to Williams, up through the middle, now knocked back a bit, forward progress. They're going to give him about 3 yards. Coming up on 7 minutes to go. Looks like Landon Hall kind of limping back to the sideline there. That'll bring Kimry in on the offensive end for backup tight end, Steve. We haven't seen a lot of Kimry on the offensive side of the football.
No, not at all. Look, quite a bit of action on defense, and then, of course, kicking the ball. I got a little feedback, by the way, from the interwebs on Kimry kicking field goals for him. Do you remember that discussion on air last week?
2nd down and 8. Can't tell if that was supposed to be a handoff or what happened there. Trusty trying to make something out of it, move out to his right. Might have been a miscommunication there between Williams and Colonius on that handoff. Sets up 3rd down and long. What's the deal with Kimry kicking?
Well, I thought I remembered Kimry kicking some field goals, and you didn't remember that, but a pal of mine, also by the name Craig, said he thought that Kimry kicked maybe 2 years ago when he first got here.
That sounds about right.
But I don't.
If his name's Craig, he's probably right. 3rd down and 8 for the Indians. Trusty back in the shotgun. Rolls out to his right. Throws it out to Dooley, but just out of bounds. Unable to come down with it. And that'll set up 4th down. Likely this area of the field, Osage probably going to go for it.
Getting a timeout on the field, it looks like.
4th down and 8 from the Blair Oaks 36. Blair Oaks mishandling the punt from Kimry. Ball gets on the field, and Landon Childs comes up with it. 3rd fumble recovery for the Indians this season. Had 2 against Moberly last week.
That's what kept him in the game there.
Yeah,
well, that's
the first 2 drives, Moberly fumbled, and Osage came up with it and got points.
Hey, so far tonight, one thing that impresses me about this Falcons defense is their speed on the edge.
Yeah.
At least twice, it just looked like Osage may have the angle that last time with Trusty kind of doing that rollout, and we didn't know whether that was a broken play or not, but it looked like he might get some gain, but boy, they weren't having it. They were there in a flash. Part of that's just a disciplined, mature defense that knows when to stay home, knows their job, and sticks to it.
Experience helps too, yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, golly. I mean, who wouldn't want a defense that has been tested by a state championship win, right? I mean, that's got to give you a level of confidence that coaches all over the state envy.
4th down and 8 here for Osage. 2nd drive, well, I guess 3rd drive of the night. Does it count if they mishandle the punt and then
like
is that a drive? Is that a
two
new
different
drive?
drives?
I think so. Whatever.
We've got to ask Rob Adams about that.
That's true, yeah. Here comes a reverse, and now DePay's going to get it. He's got some room to move. He's going to get past the 1st down, slipping a tackle, looking to get towards the end zone, but he's brought down just shy of the goal line at the 2-yard line. Osage with a little bit of trickery. Trusty moving out to the right, hands it off to DePay. DePay doing a great job avoiding going down and being tackled and getting into that secondary. Thought he was going to get to the end zone with it, but brought down just shy. And now we'll see what this Blair Oaks defense can do in a goal line stance. Osage 1st and 10 from the 3-yard line.
Hey, speed beats speed, right? It looked like they had him at the edge, and he cuts back. Oh, got a flag on the field here.
Encroachment on the defense. Last week, Osage had no penalties. None.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
that
I
that
knew
you
that?
know that, yes.
I was impressed that I knew it.
Who's going to argue with you?
That's right. You don't have the spreadsheet you got.
I don't know.
I sent you the spreadsheet. You know what? Forget it. 1st down and 2 from the 2 after that penalty. You know they're going to run it here. Let's see what they do.
Ooh, something seemed broken there, and maybe it was what happened there.
And I think the ball got lost on the deck there. A miscommunication in the handoff between Williams and Trusty, and 1st and goal from the 2 winds up being a turnover back to Blair Oaks. It was tough to see from our angle up here, Steve, exactly what happened on that one.
Well, you could tell something was broken because, Williams, when he's supposed to be just like darting in to get that handoff, and he just kind of stopped at one point.
Now 1st and 10 from the 3. 97 yards to go for this Blair Oaks offense. Looks like they're trying to get Osage offsides a bit, give themselves some leeway. Ball thrown over the head of the receiver, and again, Childs had a chance to come up with it there. I think just he was more shocked that it wasn't brought in by the receiver. Sets up 2nd and 10. A big ask from this Osage secondary. These first 2 teams that we saw this season, Jeff City and Moberly, both very run-centric, run-heavy teams. And there's the run up the middle, brought down. And, you talk about the balanced attack so far, but we've seen Blair Oaks be very aggressive through the air here early on, Steve. And this is the first time this Osage secondary is having to deal with a team that likes to go to the air like this.
Yeah, I'm surprised on that first play. They went to the air, just given their position on the field right now. Just one little mistake, and that's 6 points going the other way. But they're obviously a very confident team.
3rd down and 6. Big possession here for the Osage D. Man in motion pre-snap. Ball is snapped, and it is on the deck. Fox looking to make a move, and he's going to be brought down before the first down marker. Nice job there from the Osage defense. I believe that was Caden Neibauer making the play over there to bring up 4th down. Yeah. So the fumbled snap, and Osage just pouncing. Fox unable to get that first down. Or backs, excuse me. And they'll have to punt from deep in their own territory. So a chance for another good field position here from the Indians.
Yeah, so far the Osage Indians are definitely winning the field position game. We just need to find a way to turn that into points.
High snap on the punt. High kick on the punt. Fair catch called for, and Osage will start with the football. 1st and 10 from the Blair Oaks 38 here. Another chance to start inside Blair Oaks territory on their possession.
Yeah, you feel this should feel kind of downhill, right? We got it on their half of the field, and we can just use that momentum here that we've gained at this point.
1st and 10 from the 38. Trusty getting the play from Coach Jolly. He'll be back in the pistol. Colonius next to him. Williams behind him. One wide receiver out. And there's the handoff to Williams. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Keeps his legs churning. Picks up 2. Sets up 2nd and 8.
Well, I tell you, after that first drive by the Falcons and just going right to 85 yards in 6 plays, it's good. The game has slowed down a bit since then in favor of the Indians for sure. This is the pace. We need to eat up some clock, keep it on this end of the field here.
There's a handoff to Colonius. He tries to get off the edge. He keeps look at the legs
look
churning,
at that.
Steve.
Go Colonius.
Just
that was impressive.
Sticking his head right in the defender's chest and driving him forward. He was hit after about a 1-yard gain, kept his feet going and picked up an extra 3 or 4. Sets up about 3rd and 4 here. 2 down territory from the 32-yard line.
Hey, you can't tell me there's not fighting these Indians here tonight. You know, despite what you would say about the odds and who's the underdog and who's the favorite here, that kind of drive right there will ignite a team, will motivate a team. If everybody has that kind of spirit, this is going to be a fun game to watch.
Trusty, there's a little misdirection. Williams gets out to the edge, breaks 1 tackle, gets inside the 10 before being knocked out of bounds once again. On 3rd down, and now on the previous drive, 4th down, Osage using misdirection. Every blocker in Colonius heading to the right. Trusty then pitches back to the left, and it's up to Williams, Steve. 1-on-1 on the edge to break that first tackle. He does so, gets the first down, and we're in the Crown Power and Equipment red zone here for the 2nd time in 2 possessions.
Yeah, putting that speed of the Falcons to the test. He was just out of the grasp of the Falcons there. Great conversion. That was impressive.
1st and goal from the 7. Another penalty, and this one's going to be offsides once again on Blair Oaks. You know, Osage didn't have a penalty last week.
Hey, and let's give credit where credit's due on that.
Thank you. Oh,
the coaching,
right?
Coaching. Right?
No, that hard count from Trusty. We've seen him draw the defense offsides now 3 or 4 times so far this season. So it's now 1st and goal from the 4 here in the Crown Power and Equipment red zone.
Falcons fans have to be just a little bit stunned at this point.
Williams gets it, keeps the legs churning, and they're going to say he's down at about the 1-inch line.
That I thought he'd popped it in.
Yeah, I thought he got in there as well. Trusty will get the play. And I don't think there's any confusion on what's going to happen here.
2nd and goal. What do you don't think so? So maybe right to Williams. You know, what we haven't seen is any kind of quarterback sneak from Trusty. But he often lines up in the pistol, as you call it. But right now he's right under center.
And there it is. And Colonius comes up from behind Trusty and shoves him into the end zone. And
there
they're
we
going to
go.
get the touchdown. Nice job, Trusty. Getting right behind his blockers and Steve, Jason Colonius came up and just pushed Trusty from behind into the end zone. Osage on the board, 7-6 after that touchdown.
Hey, so what was that, a quarterback sneak? Is that what?
That was what it was. Listen to
man,
you.
Look at that.
Steve Stradamus back.
I just do it once nightly, though. That's it.
it.
That's all I got.
Your powers.
I'm going to put the headset down. I'll see. It's all on you, Chris.
Your powers are now useless, Steve Stradamus. Don't worry. I'm going to get you a shirt made.
Can't
Got a
wait.
little crystal ball
After
on
that
it.
graphic you put online, I can't wait to see the shirt.
Oh, yeah. A crystal ball the size of your head. Extra point out. Hold is down. Kick is up, and it's good. Tied up at 7. Osage gets the short field, drives down, and Trusty pushes it into the end zone right at the goal line to tie this one up at 7. Back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Trust, integrity, stability, and longevity. Those are the anchors Matt Shrimp and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Lake Ozark Realty represent. Alumni and proud supporter of Osage Indian football, Matt Shrimp and the Berkshire Hathaway team bring 20 years experience, specializing in luxury real estate and commercial property. The Forever brand. Matt Shrimp and Berkshire Hathaway. See more at luxurylakehome.com and yourlakeagent.com.
Back here at school, the Osage High School. Osage driving down the field, putting it into the end zone. Steve, do you have a drive summary for us?
Oh, just maybe. I was in the wrong spot here. So that one was, it looks like 5 plays, 38 yards, results in the touchdown.
Yeah, big run by Williams to get it down inside the 10 and then down to the goal line. And then Trusty pushed in by Colonius and the lead blockers. Trusty's first rushing touchdown of the season, 3rd overall touchdown for the quarterback, Maverick.
Hey, and who says special teams don't matter, right? So
Yeah.
Kimry's getting us in good field position with his punts, and then, of course, Blair Oaks makes the mistake with the turnover on the punt, and we finally are able to take advantage of that. That was an interesting kickoff.
Yeah, nice little pooch kickoff there, a short kick. And it goes right to an up man. He calls a fair catch, and Blair Oaks will take over 1st and 10 on the 35. Might have been trying to catch him slipping right there.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. Is that, are we afraid of their return man, or are we just trying to get creative and surprise them? Steve Stradamus does not know.
He's done. He's done. Moving out to the right now. Back's going to keep a handle on it. He's going to be met by a tribe of Indians. And he just had nowhere to go with it. Sets up 2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2.
I tell you, the momentum is completely shifted at this point for sure.
3 wide receivers out for the Falcons. Backs takes the snap, looks right. Now he's going to move. Caught from behind, gets it out to his man, and now he slips a tackle into the secondary. Looking to make a move. Gives some blockers downfield, breaks 1 tackle, gets to the end zone, and takes it in for the touchdown. 2nd touchdown of the night for Nick Klosser. And Osage almost had backs down in the backfield. He's able to get rid of it, and Klosser is the one that does all the work on that one to put it in the end zone. Flag on the field. And it is on the Falcons, so it's going to come back. What was that call, Steve?
Well, I'm actually having to take off the touchdown here on the that I just put on my little app here.
Oh, I see what that call was. See, he had his hands on his chest. It said somebody was wearing a vest. I don't know what that call is. I watch football, and I don't know what that call is.
Where's Rob Adams?
1st and 10 from the 50 after the penalty. Back's going to keep this one himself, slip up field, get about 4, and then be brought down, make it 2nd and 6. Coming up on 90 seconds to go here in the first, brought to you by Oak Star Bank. Second down and 6 inside Osage territory. First time this drive. Backs gets it, looks out to the left, has his man, another tip pass, and if DePay had been just a step out to the right, again, that Backs, he's shown the ability to run a little bit tonight, but these passes have all been a little high, Steve. Of course, he did just throw one to Klosser, who did the work and got in the end zone, called back from a penalty. But we've seen some passes sail over the receivers' heads here so far tonight from this sophomore quarterback on the Falcons.
3rd down and long. You'd think they'd be going to the air again here at this point.
Yeah. They're going to have 5 receivers out. Man in motion, and he's going to take the handoff. Up the middle, past the first down marker before he's brought down. That is Hayden Lackman, another sophomore.
Going to spot the ball, at the 36-yard line, it looks like?
That'll set up 1st and 10 once again for the Falcons.
Nice little play action there. We were looking for the pass. Oh, we got a player down here. Even before the snap.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Strange. We'll take a break real quick. This injury report brought to you by Lake Regional Orthopedics. We'll be back after this. Listen to Cool 102.7 Sports.
The one-stop shop for all of your sporting goods and recreation needs, Jack's Sporting Goods, a proud sponsor of Camdenton Laker and Osage Indians football. Find your athletic and outdoor gear conveniently located in one place. Jack's has end-of-summer deals on lake toys, fishing, and athletic supplies. And don't forget, Jack's Sporting Goods has the best screen printing prices for your team or business. Jack's 70-year tradition and customer service will give you confidence when you take your next adventure. Look them up online and on Facebook.
Back here at Osage High School, 7-7, Indians and Falcons tied up here in the first. Coming up on a minute left to go. Got a Falcon down on the field. Doesn't look to be anything too serious, but...
Hey, can I brag on somebody out here? So I don't know, many may not know that our own Mike Williams, former band director, assistant principal, and principal at School of the Osage, has joined the coaching staff, right? Mm-hmm. And he's out there in that little injury timeout, bringing water to everybody, to the officials, to everybody. Boy, he's kind of a local hero. People love Mike Williams.
I saw a post made by Osage on social media last week that was appreciating him. He was driving the tractor down here and getting everything set up, doing all the small things to make sure these games go off without a hitch.
He's a good guy. I'd love to get him on the air sometime this season and see how he's doing and get his perspective of his coaching experience this year.
1st and 10 for the Falcons. Quick handoff up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage, breaking a tackle before being brought down is Elijah Luckett. He's a senior. Not many of those on this offensive side of the football for the Falcons. Gain of 3. It'll be
32.
2nd and 7. Backs rolling out to his right, looking for a man.
Oh,
almost jumped, but instead caught. And that passing line was jumped by Landon Childs, and it just went off his fingertips, could not get there. Instead, the pass hauled in by Warren Davis, another sophomore, and a 1st down inside the red zone for the Falcons. I thought that was going to be an INT.
And I think probably there's been some conversations, hey, you've had some chances, take them. And he was right there, almost had it. My eyes were going the other direction.
Yes, I was the same. I thought he had it. Just out of his reach, though. Run goes up the middle, a gain of about 4, well, let's say 5 before he's brought down. There's Lackman once again.
Looks at the 11 here. We're going to spot it.
That might be how the first quarter comes. Nope, Blair Oaks up to the line. We got 10 seconds left here in the quarter. Let's see what they do. Backs, pre-snap movement. Now hands it off to his man up the middle. Hit at the line of scrimmage.
Good stop.
And brought down in the backfield. Nice job there by Drake Williams being the first one to make contact. And then the Indians bring him down. It'll be 3rd and 5 on the other side of the field at the start of the second quarter. We'll take a break and be back with that after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
At First Bank of the Lake, we offer some of the best CD rates. Kick back and watch your money grow. Earn 4.30 APY on our 15-month CD and 4.35 APY on our 26-month CD with a $5,000 minimum deposit. CDs combine security with great investment returns and make saving a cinch. Save more so you can do more. Visit First Bank of the Lake in Osage Beach today. Member FDIC. Other terms and conditions apply. Annual percentage yield. See bank for details.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, first quarter of play by Oak Star Bank in the books, and the second quarter from American Sun Control getting ready to start up here in the Kelly's Port Marina press box booth. I am Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, and the School of the Osage Indians are tied up with the Blair Oaks Falcons after one quarter of play, 7-7 Osage, taking advantage of field position there in the first quarter a couple times to tie it up. But Blair Oaks marching down the field inside the 10 on this drive now.
Yeah, I wonder if some of the local fans or football fans looking at this score, seeing Osage tied with Blair Oaks at 7-7 after first quarter, might raise some eyebrows. They might be surprised by that. It's good to see a battle here so far tonight.
1st and 10 for the Falcons. 12 minutes on the clock. This quarter brought to you by American Sun Control. Can you really control the sun? Yes. Contact American Sun Control. Tight formation for the Falcons. Quick handoff up the middle. Through the line and into the end zone. First play, touchdown. That is Elijah Luckett. And Blair Oaks just brought in the big package there. Brought it in tight, brought in their big boys, and just ran behind them for that touchdown.
Yeah, just such a balanced team.
I would say Blair Oaks, I know that they've had a couple big plays in the air tonight, but they've shown to be a little inconsistent in the air, but I'd say they've done their damage on the ground so far here.
Maybe that's our saving grace a little bit, that they're not just pounding it at us play after play. We've struggled in the first 2 games of this season to stop an effective running game, for sure.
Extra point is good, 14-7. Falcons in front now. We'll be back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people. At 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
First play of the second quarter results in a touchdown for the Blair Oaks Falcons, and Osage will be on the receiving end of the kickoff, 14-7. Falcons in front of the Indians.
Falcons have to have been frustrated just by the field position game so far, but here's how you win the field position game when it's going against you. You get on a long drive and you score a touchdown. That was 8 plays and 65 yards. Good job on their part.
They got a pretty good kicker themselves. That kick is going to be fielded right around the 10 and brought up, splitting some tackles, and brought down right around the 35. I think that's Mark Kingery. Nice job by Kingery.
That was good. He looked pretty slippery out there. I'm not familiar with Kingery, but that was a great return.
Sets up 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line for the Indians here. First possession of the second quarter.
Osage has done a good job so far tonight taking advantage of Blair Oaks' mistakes, but now it's time to impose their will on the game, right?
For sure. Trusty handoff to Williams. Hit at the line of scrimmage, moves his legs, gets 1 or 2. We'll see where they spot it. Say 1, sets up 2nd and 9. Trusty brings the play into the huddle.
I'd be curious, reflecting on Aiden Williams' season last year, 1,300 yards in the season. I'd love to know his stats from those first 3 games. Similar to what we have here, playing some really, really tough opponents.
You're only saying that because you know I don't have that spreadsheet. You want the stats I don't have. I have plenty of stats to give you. You don't even want the ones I have. Trusty with the play action, moving around the pocket, trying to find someone downfield. Brought down before he can get rid of the football. Quarterback sack, sets up 3rd and long.
We'll spot the ball here about the 38-yard line, or 33-yard line.
Trying to sell that play action. And this Blair Oaks team, they're pretty disciplined. It was a good sell from Trusty.
Disciplined and fast. And once they got through that line, Trusty just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, once Trusty sells the play action, he's hoping that he has a guy downfield that's open. Didn't have it that time, brought down with the sack, sets up 3rd and 12.
They're coming again.
And he's looking
Gets the ball out.
Looking for a man downfield and couldn't quite catch DePay in stride. DePay fights for the football. It's knocked down, and that sets up 4th down.
Yeah, that's one of those that Trusty kind of put up a hope and a prayer there. I mean, and sometimes you got to do that. You got to give your guy a chance. You got to pay downfield. Let's see if he can come down with the ball. But he was double covered, and we're kind of lucky that the Blair Oaks Falcons didn't come down with interception there.
4th and 12 now. Osage back in punting formation.
Time for Kimbrey to be a star here.
Kimbrey low kick this time. And another nice Osage roll. It's going to be down at the 31. So that's where Blair Oaks will take over to start this drive now. Decent kick there from Kimbrey, about 50 yards.
Well, I don't know what the trick is to get the bounce to go your way. The Kimbrey's figured it out.
Yeah. It's all about the spin. You got to, hit the right bumper or...
In your experience, is that what
That's what I
it
do,
like?
yeah. I just hit the A button. 9:54 here in the second. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Backs rolling out to his left. Looking for a man, now throwing it downfield.
Ooh.
A lot of contact. That pass is going to be incomplete. DePay doing what he could to knock it away there. I was looking for a flag, a little bit of contact, but no flag, so DePay got there cleanly. They're much closer on the field than I am, the referees are, so they see it better than I do.
Well, DePay's speed really helped him out because it looked like Falcons had kind of inside angle there and a step on him, and he just cuts it off and plays aggressive, and, hey, let's go to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, backs back in the pocket, setting up the screen. And there they have it now, trying to set it up downfield, and there he goes through his blockers, down the sideline before being knocked down out of bounds by Isaac Stark. And they really sold that that it wasn't a screen right there initially. The lineman came back before just moving up and letting the defensive lineman through, and that was all the space that Blair Oaks needed to get down the sideline and set up 1st and 10 inside Osage territory.
Yeah, the Indians were in hot pursuit there and just inches away from stopping that play. Just, again, that Falcon speed making the difference.
Handoff up the middle, now going left. And brought down near the sideline. Nice tackle there from Noah Stevens to bring him down.
There's Kimbrey's name over the big speaker here. Now we got a flag on the field, and that's going to be against Indians.
Face mask.
Face mask.
Unfortunate. That's a big-time penalty, and that'll give Blair Oaks extra yards. And Osage not in the business of giving out free yards tonight. Last week.
I was going to say, that's our first penalty of the night, right?
2 weeks.
So we're spotting the ball now at the 22-yard line, it looks like. Am I seeing that right?
Yep.
1st and 10.
Backs looking out right now over the middle. Had a man, just overthrew him. And again, another overthrow. That'll set up 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. $9:17 left to go here in the half. 14-7, Blair Oaks in front.
Falcons doing what Osage has been unable to do so far is sustain drives. That's been the difference in this game so far.
Backs, fakes right, now comes back left, now up the middle for being brought down right around the 15, and that'll set up 3rd down and 2. See what Blair Oaks does here, short yardage situation. Man in motion, and there's the handoff. Up the middle, going left, has a blocker into the end zone. Elijah Luckett's 2nd touchdown of the night. A little too easy on that play for the Falcons.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that first drive. Again, when they're sticking to kind of their balance, it seems like they're trying to have a very balanced attack, and that's keeping us having to play the whole field. But their bread and butter has certainly been the run.
Yeah. 20-7, extra point pending. Hold is down, kick is up, and it is no good.
No good.
Kick's no good, so it'll be 20-7 now after that touchdown. We'll take a break. Osage back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Your local Lowe's tackles the competition this fall and backs its high school football teams this season. Lowe's wants its customers to do it right for less. Shop at Lowe's for all your tailgating needs and be prepared for autumn leaves. There's something for everyone at Lowe's. Easily located in Osage Beach on Highway 42. Score your own touchdown this season. Come in or shop online at Lowe's.com.
Back here at School of the Osage, Blair Oaks, another touchdown. Extra point, no good. 20-7 the score now. Osage needs to respond on this drive, Steve.
Yeah, just a few moments ago we were talking about just the battle we were seeing on the field, tied 7-7 at the end of that first quarter. But, of course, Blair Oaks was in position. They were driving at the end of that first quarter, and they were able to get a quick score there at the beginning of the second quarter and then another sustained drive to get a second touchdown. All of a sudden, what looked like a really tough battle it's Osage is getting a little bit out of reach here if we don't answer. 20-7.
Kickoff is back and fielded cleanly. Up through the middle, splitting a tackle. And hit before being brought down. Mark Kingery once again.
Yeah, it looks like Blair Oaks has had enough of seeing DePay return the kickoffs there. They're not kicking it his way anymore.
Bolivar up 27-0 on Parkview. First down for the Indians. 8:38 left to go here in the first half. Brought to you by American Sun Control. Camdenton 14-7 over Waynesville.
I just love how these scores just come to you, Craig.
Craig Stradamus. Trusty with the pitch out to the left. Williams trying to get out there. Did not get the edge sealed quite like he needed, so he turns it upfield and brought down after a gain of 2. That was the same play they got a big gain on earlier on third down that got him down to the goal line. And it all accounts on just getting that edge sealed. And this time they did not get that edge sealed.
We know as a defender, playing that in, that can be a pretty lonely place to be. You have to be so disciplined. You got to kind of stay home, be careful about getting yourself upfield, and all of a sudden you open up a hole for them to go right by you. Blair Oaks just played smart, disciplined defense there, played their area, and was able to stop the run.
Tight formation here from the Indians. Hard snap count from Trusty. And an offsides penalty. Once again, Maverick Trusty. Let me tell you something. He can fool a lot of people. I think if I was right in front of him, Steve, and he just said, hut, hut, I would jump too. That's how good he is.
Well, let me tell you, did we see some acting on the field out there?
No.
I tell you what, I don't know if they talked about that, but as Blair Oaks is biting on it, either they're biting really hard and hitting our guys, or our guys have been coached. If they touch you, you just fall back. Yeah. You just flail back and let them see, hey, they've moved across the line.
There's a handoff to Williams. He's going left. Look at those legs turn.
Oh, man.
Gets enough for the first down. And, yes, he's driven back, but it's enough for that first down. So Trusty able to draw the defense off sides, makes it 3rd and short, and Williams hits the line of scrimmage hard on that running play, gets to the level of the first down before going down, sets up 1st and 10, a Surdike Yamaha first down.
Hey, that was a good-looking play there. I mean, just smooth handoff in transition, and Williams just hits the hole hard, running downhill.
Clock running here in the second quarter. Osage trying to put a drive together, down 20-7 for the number 1 ranked team in Class 3, the Blair Oaks Falcons. Tight formation for the Indians. And there's that reverse, this time going to Charlie Dooley. And that's the same play we saw Osage run on 4th down and get a big gain down to the goal line before the fumbled snap. This time it only picks up 1. And, they could be running those plays like that to set something up for later.
Well, they're always thinking about that, right?
I'm not.
Well, apparently you are.
I live in the now. Right now, 2nd down and 11.
Well, you gotta do something a little different. You can't just feed it to Williams every time and become
I thought you were talking about
one-dimensional.
me. I have to do something different.
I'm always talking about you, Craig.
That's true.
I can't
If people
stop.
aren't, they should be. Handoff goes to Williams.
Oh,
they were blitzing,
man.
and Williams, who was hit in the backfield, we talked about it the first 2 weeks of this season so far. Aiden Williams does such a great job of getting yards after first contact, and there got hit in the backfield, Steve, just kept the legs going and picked up 7 for the Indians to make it 3rd and manageable.
Again, just looking like he's running downhill. That's the running back that we thought we would see this season. That's, I mentioned the pigskin preview, put him as one of the local juniors that we need to keep an eye on, and that was an impressive play.
Third down and 3. DePay outright, Trusty back in the pistol. Big play here from the Indians. Trusty looking for DePay. Gets the completion. Now DePay wants to move up the field. Gets into Blair Oaks territory with that Serdike Yamaha first down. Sets up 1st and 10 for Osage in Blair Oaks territory. You saw DePay go out into motion, Steve. And I tell you what they saw. They saw one-on-one out there. Trusty immediately rolled out towards DePay. Found his receiver out there. A beautiful pass. Good reception. DePay turns it upfield for a couple more yards and gets into Blair Oaks territory.
Hey, this drive has a little balance to it. We're starting to click a little bit. We needed to answer, and so far we're seeing that from our boys.
Timeout brought to you by Reagan Cabinets after the Serdike Yamaha first down, which I can tell you about from our Kelly's Port Marina press box. Here in the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control, and don't forget our title sponsor of Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC here.
Folks, he's not reading a script. This is all
It's all off the dome.
You are a magician.
They call
man.
me the M&M of sponsorships. I just get it all out.
You just practice this at home. See, most people sing in the shower, and you just
me.
like
I'm in
scripting
the
ads.
I'm in the shower. I'm putting my shampoo in. I'm like Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC, brought to you by American Sun Control. Listen, if you're a local business and you're not sponsoring the Indians, you got to get in on it.
Oh, especially after that demonstration.
Yeah.
Why
you got to
wouldn't you?
get in on it. 1st and 10 for the Indians. From the Blair Oaks 45.
Well, everything about this game has been brought to you by someone. I'm pretty sure.
At this point, yes. Trusty hands off to Williams. Nice seal on the right side. Williams gets to the sideline before being hit. I thought he was out of bounds long before that. It's hard to see the sideline from where we are. He picks up 8 before being knocked out of bounds.
Yeah,
nice job by Williams.
Getting to the edge and just kind of doing a tightrope walk there on the sideline. This is a good-looking drive.
Williams came into tonight 41 carries for 175 yards. Had yet to find the end zone. Still hasn't so far here tonight. Well over 200 yards for the season, and he might get close to getting over 300 yards for the season here tonight if he keeps going at the pace he's going.
Well, and that's the kind of drives we're going to need to stay in this game.
2nd and 3. Trusty hands off to Colonius now. Colonius stumbling forward, sets up 3rd and short. Colonius came into tonight 14 rushes for 45 yards. 2 very different style runners for School of the Osage here between Williams and Colonius.
Going to spot the ball. What is the 37 there, it looks like?
37 and a half.
I don't have that number on my app.
Put
here.
it in there. That's like the 38, man.
You're rounding. You're rounding.
38.4 yard line. 4.5 minutes to go. 3rd down and 1. 2 down territory here for the Indians in Blair Oaks territory.
Ooh.
Trusty.
Oh, man, that was a broken play.
Trusty, knocked around, but I think he's actually going to get enough for the first down. Trusty was looking to turn around and hand the ball off. There was nobody there. Williams runs into the back of Trusty, knocking him forward. Not a play you get to call often here, but Trusty, the quarterback keeper for the first down.
That's great.
That's all that matters.
I thought the ball might be on the turf at one point. It just looked kind of broken. But well done.
No, that's a great rush there from Trusty. Heady play from him to pick up that first down. Like what I see from the sophomore quarterback. He's more than just a haircut.
That's good to know. I don't know if anybody says otherwise.
That's true. I wish people said that about me.
That you were more than just a haircut?
That's all they talk about. Just my hair. I wish I had hair like Trusty's.
Work on it, man.
All right, I'm on it. By the end of the season. Trusty, pitch outright to Williams. Couple defenders meeting him there. He just skids out of bounds. No gain, sets up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Falcons have that defended well. Just got out to the edge, and there was nothing but birds out there stopping him.
You know, we haven't seen Williams run on the edges like that a lot this season. He's done a lot of his damage between the tackles, but I kind of like seeing those pitch outs and getting Williams out in space. He has run so hard tonight. He has moved his legs. He has hit the line as hard as he could.
Well, that's definitely been a different look. I don't remember in those first 2 games seeing that pitch out like that, but it gets him out to the edge a little faster. Definitely works in his favor.
Sets up 2nd and 11 at the 36 for the Indians. Trusty rolling out left, looking for his man.
Come on, baby.
Downfield.
Come down with it.
For the
Come
football.
down with it.
Osage comes down with
there we go.
And into the
Put
end zone for a touchdown. Hunter Schreiman in a jump ball situation. He fights with the defender and comes down with it, has one guy to beat to the end zone, and he gets there. A nice play, nice pass by Trusty, and even better catch by Schreiman. What a play.
And did you catch Schreiman? A freshman there making a difference in the game.
Wow.
Well done. And, boy, he had to fight for that.
Snap is back. Kick is up. And it's good. 20-14. Osage down by 6 after the touchdown. Take a break. Back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Distinction and high-end style can be had.
Big play, Trusty to Schreiman. Schreiman, a jump ball situation against the defender, pulls it down, has one player to beat down the field, beats him, gets into the end zone, and makes this one 20-14. Osage down 6.
Hey, give it to our young men. They answered, right? The game was getting away from them, and they had to decide, hey, if we're going to stay in this one, it's time for us to answer. And that was a drive that was, hey, we're just going to impose our offense on you. We don't need your mistakes. And that play at the end there was just kind of that tipping point between almost could have been an interception, but Schreiman just pulls it down and takes it right into, man, that's got to be a highlight of his year so far for sure.
Short kickoff goes to the up man. Now he's got some blockers. Gets past the 50 and sets up a short field for Blair Oaks. And with not much time left in the half, that is not what you wanted to see as an Osage fan, giving Blair Oaks the short field. Osage done a good job tonight when they've been winning the field position battle, but here, give up the short field. Blair Oaks will start this drive in Osage territory.
Yeah, I still don't really know what's going on with the kicking game here tonight. If these little kind of pooch kicks maybe hitting about the 35-yard line or on purpose, or what our game plan here is, but it did not work in our favor that episode.
Backs the pitch out to the right. Forcing the runner back inside, brought down after a gain of 1. Camdenton puts up another touchdown, 21-7 over Waynesville.
Great pursuit and stop by the Indians there.
Landon Childs making the tackle out there. Landon leading the team in solo tackles coming into tonight. Had 15 for the season. He had a fumble recovery in the first quarter on that messed up punt. That's false start, not called. Instead, Back's going to keep it up the middle enough to get the first down and move the chains. Boy, oh boy, that receiver. If it was the Canadian Football League, that's okay, or the XFL. It is not. It is high school football. Got to be set before moving.
You know, what's tough about that is then they have that big gain there on a penalty that should have been called. Part of the game, I suppose.
Backs hands it off up the middle. 2 touchdowns already tonight for the carrier Luckett. He's brought down after about a gain of 4.
Going to spot the ball right up the 25-yard line, it looks like.
Clock moving. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Pre-snap motion. Backs looking for his man. Has him out on the edge. Basically a pseudo screen set up on the sideline, refusing to go out of bounds. Enough for the first down inside the 10. That'll stop the clock and move the chains for the Falcons.
Yeah, that first quarter, the field position game really worked in our favor. Not the case. Not the case right now at this point in the game. That kickoff really put us in a hard spot.
Luckett upended right at the line of scrimmage and brought down Under 90 seconds to go here in the half now. Blair Oaks inside the 10. Chance to extend this lead. Second down play. Back's going to keep it. He's going to be hit by a couple Indians trying to make his move to the left. Nybauer there to make the hit, as well as Kimry.
Cracking into the 5, maybe about the 4-yard line here.
Now we'll get a timeout as we set up a big-time third down play here for the Falcons. 2014. 6-point lead for Blair Oaks.
And as I recall, the Falcons are going to get the ball coming out for
they
second
did. They
half.
kicked off
and
first,
so getting a stop here is going to be really crucial for the Indians.
Yeah, a chance to double dip for the Falcons. You hope that's not what happens here. See if this Indian defense can hold.
We don't know much about their kicking game here, whether this is going to be 2-down territory here for the Falcons, or whether if we can get the stop, if they're going to go for the field goal, or if we got to maybe we'll get the chance to keep them off the scoreboard if they'll take two cracks at it.
57.6 left to go here. Third down and goal coming up for the Falcons.
Boy, the temperature just feels good here tonight.
Nice.
Good football weather kind of night.
Big third down here. Bunch formation, run coming from the Falcons. No, play action.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Look at
Kimry
that.
with his second sack of the season brings down backs in the backfield, sets up a big-time fourth down play. They brought in the big jumbo formation. They had me fooled. Thought for sure it was going to be a run there. Instead, Kimry comes up with his second sack. Had one in the first game and now has one here. A big-time play from Kimry and this Osage defense.
Going to put that ball about at the 11. You know, we're there at the 4-yard line, so that's a big deal. And they are, it looks like, going for it. They want the 6.
Timeout taken on the field. We'll keep it here, though. 20 seconds left. This timeout brought to you by Reagan's Cabinets as we wind down the second quarter by American Sun Control. Definitely the biggest play of this first half coming up. Fourth down and goal from the 11-yard line. Kimry with a huge sack on third down. That play action, he did not fall for it. Got in the backfield, brought backs down, and made it a tougher play here for Blair Oaks.
Hey, kudos to Kimry. Boy, he's having a great night kicking the ball. Great night on defense, but I want to give, some shout-outs to, that's just good coaching as well, calling the right defense at the right time, putting your players in the right position to get the big stop that you need there. That's impressive.
Our next broadcast will come to you live from Eldon next week as the Indians get set to take on the Mustangs, crosstown arrival. And then we'll be back home for 2 games after that against the Pintos of California and the Indians of Hallsville. Indians fans don't have to travel far, but if you can't make the games, you can find them right here on 102.7 or mosportzone.com for a live feed of the game. Fourth down and 11 here. Falcons with the football, looking to get it in the end zone. Man in motion, backs moves out to the right. Looking for somebody over left, has him.
Did he get it?
It is caught
Yes, he did.
into the end zone. Hit right at the point of the catch, but able to lob it in for a touchdown.
Well, that just feels deflating. That's, boy, what a great momentum kind of building play that Kimry had, and then they just answer right back. Just a nice route, nice delivery. Just grabbing that momentum right back. Looks like another timeout on the field called by...
Yeah, because Blair Oaks came out to go for a 2-point conversion there.
We're going to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, that's a big 2-point conversion as well. 26-14. It's a 12-point lead right now for the Falcons. So this is a big play. Of course, the Falcons will get the ball to start the third quarter as well. Not an ideal situation. Execution was there from the Falcons on that fourth down play, though. Get it in the end zone when they had no other choice.
Well, it's certainly just going to put us in a position we're going to just it's early to say this, but stopping that drive coming out of halftime there is going to be pretty essential for us. And then to have the opportunity to come back and answer to get back in this game. We've answered it once already to climb back into it. We're going to have to do it a few more times than not, I'm afraid, if we want the W.
2-point conversion out to the right side and into the end zone makes it 28-14. We'll keep it here before this kickoff. So close to halftime. That's a gut punch there for that Indian defense and the Indian team as a whole, especially like we talked about with Blair Oaks getting the ball to start the third quarter. That's so tough. And again, field position playing a big part. A short field for Blair Oaks after that kickoff, and they're just able to go down the field quickly and put it in the end zone.
Well, I will say this several more times tonight. When you come into a game like this and everybody's talking about just that day of that, they know who's coming to town. They know it's the state champions. And a lot of people are just it's a foregone conclusion a little bit in their minds. But there's no sense of that on the field from our boys. They are here to play. They are here to compete. And I'm looking forward to a good second half from them.
Squib kick up the middle.
Oh, boy.
Bounces off, and Camry winds up with it. He's going to break a tackle, move down the sideline himself, stays in bounds, and gets down to the 44-yard line. I got to tell you.
Why not, Camry?
I was going to say there is no way he's going out of bounds. As soon as he had his back turned whenever he fielded the football, and I said he is going to go down the field here, folks. And he does so. Gets down to about the 42.
We got 7 seconds on the board here. Let's see what Coach Jolly wants to do with this 7 seconds.
Three wide receivers outright. Trusty hands it off to Williams up the middle. He splits one tackle, gets into the second level. And he's going to get a big gain out of it, but is going to run out of time. A beautiful gain there from Aiden Williams into Blair Oaks territory. Unfortunately, not enough time to keep the drive going. So that's how the half comes to a close. Second quarter from American Sun Control in the books. Osage down 28-14. We'll take a break. Be back with the Hy-Vee halftime show. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Every day, your Jefferson City and Osage Beach Hy-Vee pharmacies are committed to your health and wellness. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, Medicare Advantage plans, and most commercial plans, they'll cover up to 8 over-the-counter COVID-19 tests per month at no cost through Hy-Vee. Most plans cover these costs and no prescription is required. Stop in at your Osage Beach or Jefferson City Hy-Vee pharmacy and see the helpful pharmacy staff today.
It's indoors, it burns more energy than running, and most importantly, it's high-flying fun. Jets Trampoline Park has you covered from young to young at heart with a freestyle tarmac, skydiving foam pits, dodgeball, and more. Did you forget your kid's birthday party is next week? Don't get judged. Get a Jets Party Package. Pre-purchase your tickets now or get complete details at jetstrampolinepark.com or stop in and visit at 1075 Passover Road in Osage Beach.
My car!
Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Should have remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573 378-5775.
High-Tech Auto Body and Towing and Professional Collision Repair, servicing the Lake area and Central Missouri for 28 years with 24-hour, 7-day-a-week repair. Accidents are scary and the repairs shouldn't be. High-Tech has the best complete collision repair. So should the need arise for towing or expert collision repair, remember one stop at High-Tech Collision and Tow. Your neighborhood tow team in the big yellow trucks. Located on Highway 42 across from the high school. Call 348-9070 when you need us. The Butcher Shop in Camdenton, honored supporter of the Osage Indians and Camdenton Lakers. Come in Monday through Saturday for the finest cuts, entrees, sides, sandwiches, and dinner needs. Always serving fresh hot ribs for Friday night lights. The Butcher Shop Catering, custom catering with our recipes or your grandma's. We cook to order. Customer service is #1 for any event, any size. The Butcher Shop behind Central Bank in Camdenton, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, it is halftime as the Indians host the #1 ranked team in Class 3, the Blair Oaks Falcons. And at halftime, it is 28-14. Osage has been fighting very hard tonight. They've won the field position battle a few times. They got the fumbled punt. They turned that into some points, and they've just been keeping after it. There is absolutely no give up in this team. We've seen Trusty, Williams, those guys step up big on the offensive end. The defense has stepped up when needed, even made some third down stops tonight so far. We haven't seen that a lot this season, but Osage has come to play here tonight against a very good Blair Oaks team.
Yeah, when I was reading about Blair Oaks defense and just how many returning starters they had, and man, there was just the whole article in the Pigskin Preview was just naming out these Falcons and just how many accomplishments they had last season. I thought, points are going to be hard to come by tonight. But we've answered. We've taken advantage of their mistakes when it's worked, and we've had the opportunity to do so. But then we've just imposed our will and on a drive as well to get those points. So I'm glad to see the fight. Now, it's stacked against us a little bit as we're going into halftime and coming out of that where they're going to get the ball. So our defense has got to get a stop here, and then we've got to come back with that answer. And we've done that, like I said, in that second quarter. If we can come out there and score and bring that to 28-21 there, it's a new ball game. And I think that's going to be a score that a lot of people are going to be surprised by. And, whereas people might have thought, hey, this game's going to be over by halftime. This game's not over by halftime, all right? There's a lot of fight left, and I think that a lot of people are just kind of checking this out.
Early getting out on their first possession, field and scored on Osage's second possession with the same 3 and out, but then that botched punt, Kimry with a nice punt returner unable to handle it. Osage drives down the field, gets to the goal line, a miscommunication on snap, a turnover fumble, and then you think, okay, well, here we go again. But then that Osage defense clinches in, holds in. They get good field position and then march it down the field on the next possession. Trusty gets in with the quarterback sneak, getting some help from Colonius from behind, and then later on in the game, in the half, Trusty, the big throw down the field, Schreiman, the jump ball situation, comes up with it, breaks a tackle, gets into the end zone. Guys are stepping up and making plays is what I'm trying to say here, Steve. Between Trusty, Williams, Schreiman, we've seen DePay really good on kickoff returns and be there on the offensive end as well. This defense is going to have to get a couple stops, but on offense, guys are stepping up.
Yeah, anytime you're going to take the field, you're just wondering what names are going to be called that you're not expecting them to be called, right? You know the Trusty and the DePay name. You're going to hear that a lot. Kimry, love hearing.
Yeah.
We said his name several times between the punts and the defensive play, and then he had a chance to have that kick return, which nobody expected, right? Man, he's a part of the action. Again, I just think he has that kind of attitude, that kind of football mentality that just brings it. We haven't heard Colonius, his name much tonight, but I tell you, the way he has run the ball and the way that Williams has run the ball, there's just a lot of fight in those legs. And I like what the coaches have drawn up offensively. I think they've kind of put their backs in a little bit of a different position. Again, those pitch outs to Williams, kind of giving him a little space so that he can almost run downhill, but not in between the tackles, kind of on the edge, and he has really taken advantage of that.
Yeah, I like what I've seen from the offense here tonight for the Indians. The defense has put Blair Oaks in positions where they've had to execute. Unfortunately for the Indian defense, that Blair Oaks defense has executed. We saw it right there at the end of the first half. 4th down and goal from the 11-yard line after Kimry had the huge sack to take away 8 yards. But Blair Oaks just able to execute on 4th and 11. I hate to look back when this game is said and done and look at that play itself and say that was kind of the turning point. But hopefully this Indian defense can come out, put Blair Oaks in a tough situation to start the second half and make that stop.
Yeah, the football is a game of answering. It's a game of trading punches, right? And Osage has done that enough to stay in the game, but so far Blair Oaks has answered a little bit more, and that's why they have the 2-touchdown lead here. You interested in some stats from the Osage offense here?
No.
No? Okay. Well, why do I ask you questions? I just take it over. Hey, we're going to do some stats.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. 8 first downs for the Indians, and we've got 72 yards rushing on 24 attempts. We've got 77 yards passing on 4 attempts. 4 for 6 for Trusty, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. We do have that 1 fumble loss. We've got 3 for 7 on our third down conversion rate. We've converted once on fourth down. So, some good things to brag about.
Yeah,
I think the second half.
Offensively, they put it together. 28-14, the Falcons have the lead here at the Hy-Vee halftime. We'll take a break. Be back with more Hy-Vee halftime after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports and watching us live on MoSportZone.com.
As the bumps and bruises of football season and life build up on our bodies, wouldn't it be nice to soak away those issues in a brand new Bullfrog Spa from Pacific Pools? Enjoy stepping away from the rigors of life, the aches and pains of past and current injuries, arthritis, or stress of the workday. Get yourself into Pacific Pools and order your new Bullfrog Spa today. That now only takes under 21 days to construct and ship. Listen to the Lakers, take the field, all while soaking in your new Bullfrog Spa. Fall returns with the Friday night lights that always make us feel the best kind of nostalgia. Duncan Jewelry is committed to our multi-generational tradition of lending our support to ensure future generations celebrate victories beneath the lights that put the sparkle in the shine. From handmade in-store one-of-a-kind pieces to the industry's top brands, Duncan Jewelry has it all. Stop by Duncan Jewelry and see that pursuing our dream of providing meaningful jewelry to note the great milestones in life is the only play in our book.
Sure, people say vaping is a safer alternative to smoking. It's safer than swimming with sharks while dressed like a seal, flying a kite in the middle of a lightning storm, brushing your teeth with toilet water. Just because people say vaping is safer than cigarettes.
Steaks, burgers, and wings. Tucker's Shuckers has 28 beers on tap with happy hour food and drink specials every Monday through Friday and lots of indoor and outdoor seating on their multi-level patios. Tucker's Shuckers Oyster and Tap. We shuck 'em, you suck 'em at Tucker's Shuckers in Lake Ozark on the Bagnell Dam Strip.
Your money management is now manageable. With an account from Central Bank, you'll have all the tools and technology you need to move, manage, and maximize your money the way you want, when you want. And you have the perk of local branches right in your community when you need some one-on-one time. Because we do banking better. Open your account online or in person at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. Strong roots. Endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
Dooley Overhead Doors has been the trusted name around the lake area for dependable and quality garage doors. Great customer service with an outstanding reputation. Dooley Doors delivers the highest professionalism start to finish. Download their app and look them up online. Dooley Overhead Doors, conveniently located past School of the Osage on Highway 42 and is a proud sponsor of Osage Indians football.
Back here at Osage High School, Hy-Vee halftime report as the Indians are down to the Falcons here at halftime, 28-14. Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Rob Adams, and his Rob Adams crew here bringing you the video broadcast tonight live on MoSportZone.com. Nobody does it better than this broadcast team.
Nobody in this room does it better for sure.
Okay, it's a small bar, and I barely cleared it. Steve, what do you have as far as recent Osage sports?
Well, let's see. I'm scrolling down through here.
What is this? Are these results for ants? I can barely read them.
It's kind of tiny. Let's see. It looked not a lot of good news here. It looks like.
You know what?
With you. I hate.
You just gotta put it out there.
Versailles, and we played Versailles on the volleyball floor there, and got some wins there just from top to bottom. So that was freshman, JV, and varsity there.
Okay.
So go Coach Claus. Well done on that end. What else we got? Some of the stuff I'm looking at here, like golf, but I don't see the results of that, right? So it's I'm sure they did a great job. Boy, we got a talented golf team with Hannah Mashoff, and I don't know some of the other names there, but I look forward to seeing their results. State champions.
That's right. Yeah, we were there for that recognition during basketball season.
And we talked about last week. We talked about softball getting a couple wins, right?
Yeah.
They did have a loss this week. I'm sorry.
They lost
Boonville.
this year?
No, I'm sorry, this week. But I've heard there's, I tell you what, I'm hearing that there's just a lot of sick kids at the high school. The COVID kind of thing is going around, and so some of our athletes were missing, so that made it hard to pick up a win there. Cross country's in action, but again, I don't see the numbers here. But I tell you, that is a sport I love rooting for. My son ran cross country, and there's no better kids than you get on a cross country team. It's just tough.
That's just running in nature, right?
It's just running.
Let me ask you something. How do you set up the course?
Oh, we don't have one here, so
okay.
I've never been a part of that.
Do you just go in nature and just set a start and finish line?
Is
the start line the finish line?
It's usually close to it. Yeah,
okay, I didn't know if it's like hiking where you just go until you stop.
My son is a runner. He's become a runner. Not anything like his dad, but he's done half marathons before. And, I told you we'd gone on that big long hike, and we had a conversation about, okay, Harrison, what's the hardest thing you've done? I mean, you've run a half marathon before. I'm thinking that's going to be his answer. And he says, no, the hardest thing I've ever done is run a 5K for competition, cross country, because it's just so intense. Like you're just all but sprinting for 5 kilometers,
No, I'm not.
3 miles. And he said that's just mentally and physically, that's the hardest thing that he's ever done. So kudos to those cross-country kids. Coach Hill, who she may be certainly one of the best coaches that we have on staff here, and she has those athletes out there. They run in the morning, they run in the afternoon, they run in the summer. They go to runners camp. Craig, can you imagine going to running camp?
No.
No. It's just, I don't even know.
Listen,
what
I'm not trying to be like this, but all the credit in the world to these kids, because I can't think of anything in this world I like doing less than running somewhere. You're going to catch me just fast walking.
I've tried to run a little bit because my son likes to run, and no, I just can't.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not built for it, but I have all the respect. There's 2 sports I think I have, and I'm a football guy. I love football. I love basketball. But 2 of the unsung kind of sports that I think are just tough, courageous sports, cross country and wrestling.
Cross country and wrestling, both that Osage pretty formidable at.
Oh, yeah, just great staff, great coaches, pretty good history. It's not something I had an opportunity to do. Wrestling when I was a kid, they didn't have that program when I was going through high school, but I think it's good for our kids, and I'm glad that we give them the opportunity to compete on that arena. And of course, then what's really changed too is just we have wrestling for boys and girls, and that's a whole different side of the sport. That's been fun to watch.
Well, 2 sports that I think are underrated are Highlight and bocce. Does Osage have teams in either one of those?
What was the first one?
Highlight.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The big curve thing, and you throw the ball at the wall.
Oh, I have no idea. I've not ever played that. You're not going to throw a pickleball in there?
No.
We've talked about pickleball.
No, that's not a sport.
Have you tried it?
It involves pickles. I'm not trying it.
It's just, you got to try it. I think you'd like it.
Steve, I got to ask you something, because I'm dealing with a slight injury tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I am. You haven't known about
this.
It's
not to your pride?
I
don't have permission to tell the story, but a family goes to, and I won't say where, they just went to a local pizza establishment, and the pizza was so hot, one piece fell off the table onto one of the children's legs, and it ended up burning it to the point of blisters.
Yeah.
Hot pizza, it reminds me of the lady that got burnt by the coffee at McDonald's.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
Are you gonna sue your parents?
I might sue my parents for free pizza for life.
Wait a minute. That seems backwards.
Here's the thing.
You want more of the hot
Yeah,
pizza.
here's the thing. My mom was like, "That's hot." It's gonna take more than that kind of warning to stop me. Because it's pizza.
Was this homemade pizza?
I don't know. I don't think so.
How do you not know?
I didn't watch her make it or not make it.
Do you do homemade pizza? We make a little homemade pizza.
It just seems like a lot of work. You can buy pizza made at Hy-Vee in the pizza aisle at the Hy-Vee halftime report.
Are you not a cook?
I am the cook. I do all the cooking in the house.
But can't you buy anything at Hy-Vee online? So why is pizza different? You make other things at home?
Listen, I think that the Red Baron was a great pilot and an even better pizza cook. Is that so wrong? I trust him to fly planes and make pizzas, and I'm perfectly fine with
Red Baron.
that.
What about Tony?
I had a falling out with Tony.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he the one with the hot pizza?
Probably.
I
don't know. It's just like that. I can't feel the top of my mouth. And I'm shocked that I've been able to get through this broadcast tonight this way without having any feeling in the top of my mouth.
I'm sure sympathy and compassion are pouring out from our listeners for your
I'm sure
for
my
your
parents
injury.
feel terrible about this. and I'm just telling you right now, it's going to take more than the warning of that's hot to get me to not eat it.
You know what hot pizza needs?
What's that?
A little bit of ranch, baby.
Okay, you like ranch on your pizza?
Yeah, sure.
On the pizza or just like dip it?
Oh, I'm more of a dipping.
I'm a buffalo
guy.
sauce guy. Buffalo with everything.
You dip your pizza in buffalo. It's actually,
if it's good buffalo
truth
sauce.
be told, my ranch is barbecue sauce.
What you're saying doesn't even make sense. Which you can find ranch and barbecue sauce at your local Hy-Vee establishment.
Is Hy-Vee one of our sponsors?
Yes,
there?
it's the Hy-Vee halftime
Which part of
show.
Okay, thank you.
This is
Sorry.
a sponsored part. What are you talking about?
You're such a genius. I have a hard time
thank
keeping
you.
up with you.
I thought you were going to say you have a hard time understanding me because the top of my mouth has been burnt to the point.
As the cook, would the other person in your home admit that you are the cook of the house?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so what's your specialty? What are you good at?
I make a really good spaghetti, and I know that sounds dumb, but it's won contest at work like things.
So you must do like meatballs and stuff with it?
Yeah, like pepperoni, pork sausage. And then you know what the secret is? Here, I got to mute myself real quick. That's right. That's what the secret is. I don't want the people at home to know, but I'm willing to let you know, Steve.
Ragu. That is the secret.
Like I said,
Ragu.
you make it so hot they can't even taste it anymore because they burnt the top of their mouth.
Okay, how do I get some of this spaghetti?
All you got to do is ask.
This award-winning
I make
spaghetti.
buffalo chicken quesadillas. I make a really mean General Tso chicken. Yeah. I do it all, Steve. There's nothing I can't do.
You're a man of many talents.
Except keep listeners through halftime. The Hy-Vee halftime here as the Osage Indians are down 28-14 to the number 1 ranked team in Class 3, the Blair Oaks Falcons. Osage getting it done on the offensive side. This talented, fast, athletic Blair Oaks squad kind of imposing their will sometimes on offense, but this Osage defense has shown chances tonight. You know, you take a look back at those opportunities, those missed interceptions that the Indians had a few times. The opportunities are there, Steve. You just hope that they can take advantage of it here in the second half. You know Blair Oaks probably going to do more of a ground control game here in the second half. Run that clock down, control the game.
That's what I would advise. I mean, I respect the balanced attack on offense, and that kind of kept us guessing on what was coming at us. But, again, they've been most effective running the ball. Although, you know, I don't know what the stats there, but they did have at least one of their touchdowns was a pass, and maybe did they have 2 conversions through the air on touchdowns?
Well, they had the big touchdown that got called back, too.
No, that's maybe what I was thinking. I know they had at least one. So
I
think
Luckett has been in the end zone twice.
That's what I was. Okay. So it's a big part of their game. Again, and if you're looking at this game tonight is just one part of the story, right? And you want to continue to develop your offense as a balanced offense. But then you're right, as you have a 2-touchdown lead, you want to drain this clock a little bit in the second half, and just time of possession is going to be big here. If Blair Oaks can march down the field on a long drive and eat up some clock, and that just makes things a little more challenging for Osage to answer. But again, we're not interested in that. We're interested in Osage getting the stop.
Our next broadcast will come to you live from Eldon, Missouri next week as the Indians take on the Mustangs up in Eldon. And then the next 2 after that, at home against California and at home against Hallsville. The Indians, again, Indian fans won't have to travel far to watch Osage play here in the next 3 weeks. But if you're unable to make that, you can find the games on your radio dial at 102.7 and on the internet at mosportzone.com, or just go to YouTube and type in mosportzone.com and find streams of all local Lake area teams, including Waynesville, Bolivar, Camdenton, Eldon, Versailles, and School of the Osage.
Hey, I do want to say that I think the Hy-Vee sponsoring the halftime is maybe the most genius advertising move they've ever made.
Oh, yeah.
20 minutes of just throwing out Hy-Vee.
Is this common now? Like, are halftimes 20 minutes?
And then isn't it actually a little more than you get the 3 minutes added onto that
what
at
is
the
that?
end? You know, I thought, didn't we say this last week? I think it's in response to the quality
You think people
programming.
so you think people have heard our halftime shows?
They're like, we got to give them more time.
Every week has to be 20 minutes. We got to hear Craig's hot pizza story. They might give us 30 next week.
I think next week you need to bring one of your favorite dishes. I will try your favorite dish and review it during the Hy-Vee halftime show.
Yeah. And I'm going to buy all the stuff at Hy-Vee.
Of
to
course.
make it. Yeah.
How could you not?
You know what I'm going to make? Frito chili pie.
Oh, man. Wait, have you ever made Frito chili pie?
Nope, but it don't seem hard. Pop a can, open a bag, mix them together, sprinkle cheese, we're good to go.
You hurt me. You hurt me.
No, it's the good chili.
Okay. Are you a chili guy?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
big time chili guy.
I'd like a little sweet, spicy chili, a little combination there.
I tell you what, we're getting into chili weather. That's a double entendre.
Entendre?
Yeah, two kinds of chili. Webster's Dictionary word of the night is entendre.
Entendre. Can you spell that?
E-N-T-E-N-D-R-E.
And the guy doesn't know what a piñata is. That's amazing.
I'll have you know, I finished 5th in the 6th grade spelling bee.
5th in the 6th grade.
5th. I misspelled persimmon.
How many people were competing?
6. 4.
4. Honorable mention. He was in the room.
No, I finished 5th. Persimmon. I felt good.
That's a tough word.
It got me. I just thought there was an I in there. There's not.
You ever watch the National Spelling Bee?
Oh, yeah. I don't miss it.
Really?
I'm a big spelling guy.
As in you're a big guy who spells?
Yep.
Okay.
Nailed it.
You know what competition my family always watches that really drives me crazy?
Jeopardy.
The dog show.
Oh, okay. The Westminster Dog Show.
Yes. Oh, I don't know.
Kudos to the Beagle. Oh, nice Beagle one last year. Short kickoff here from the Indians to start the third. And again, another opportunity at a big kick return off of that short kick. And
got a flag.
Got a flag back here. And that was a rather large hit as on the return ran over our kicker there.
Swinging left and then cuts right. Made a good move. Let's see what this penalty is going to do to us here. Officials have yet to tell us anything.
Illegal hands to the face. It's going to go against the Falcons, so that'll bring them back. Penalty was at the 40. That'll bring them back off the big gain, and the drive will start at the 30. First drive of the second half for the Falcons, 1st and 10. 28-14, Blair Oaks in front of the Indians. Thank you all for joining us here tonight, wherever you're listening from. Backs back in the shotgun, man in motion, now working the option out to the left. Finally pitches it. Kimry makes him commit, and then getting into the second level before coming down is the carrier Lackman. Kimry had a choice there, and that's what the option is supposed to do. Kimry forces the quarterback backs to get rid of it, but Lackman had big field downfield and picks up about 22 yards on that one.
Yeah, backs just ran that option just like you'd want a quarterback to. Well done on his part.
Man in motion pre-snap, backs back. Flag down once again. Backs gets it out to his man in the flat. That's Elijah Luckett. We'll see what the flag is. Couple flags down here. I think they're going to say illegal man downfield as they were trying to set up a pseudo screen over here on the left. That's a legal shift, like I said.
Thank you, Dr. Yoder, for helping us out with that one.
He says everything after I say it. I think he's listening to the broadcast.
Isn't everybody? Ball spotted on the Blair Oaks side now of the 50-yard line.
1st and 15 for the Falcons. Backs rolling out to his right.
We put it in the air.
Just out of the hands of Klosser, sets up 2nd and 15. Good defense there from the Indians. Patient on the line, patient in the secondary.
Well, thanks to the penalty, we got here a 2nd and long. This is the kind of situation we'd want here for Osage. Get a couple stops here, force him to punt the ball, get an opportunity to answer.
Certainly easier said than done against this Blair Oaks offense. Pitch out to the left. Working on the short side of the field. That was Nick Klosser, who has 2 touchdowns to his credit. I think just one. That second one got called back. The senior gets a gain of 12 to make it 3rd down and 3.
So across midfield, actually to like the 40-yard line here, running downhill, 3rd and short, as you said.
Change of play, pre-snap, now man in motion is Luckett. And he runs right into the defender and is brought down, and that's going to set up a big-time 4th down on this first possession from the Falcons. Yeah, this offense is going to stay out here now.
Yeah, you just had to know that.
4th down and about 1. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm not surprised by that at all here. Great opportunity for the Osage defense to stand up and make an impact play here.
Backs will keep it and gets enough for the 1st down and gets into the secondary there. And they fake that pitch, and Osage was blitzing, and they kind of went for that fake pitch, and that allowed Backs to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And you can't blame Osage for going for the stop there between the tackles, but they just sucked them all in, and then he had an angle to get some yards.
Now Backs back to pass, looking for a man out left, has him wide open, breaks 1 tackle, and into the end zone is Hayden Lackman. And Blair Oaks scores on the last possession of the 1st half and the first possession of the 2nd half.
You know, as a great route run by Blair Oaks there, creates some space, kind of cuts back, and as the defender overruns the route, then he catches the ball, puts him in a great position, then to run by him as the defender's trying to make up for the loss there. Just a great move. Well done.
Extra point pending, 34-14. Hold is down, kick is up and good. 35-14, Osage set to receive the kick after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Honor, pride, hard work, and integrity. Cornerstones for Osage Indian football. And Michelle Lewis Caldwell Banker Lewis & Associates. With 23 years experience and a team built on playing every down, you can reach the end zone buying or selling a home with the Michelle Lewis team. Backed by 100 years of the Caldwell Banker brand. Michelle Lewis & Associates fight hard every quarter for your real estate deal. Huddle up at their Stonecrest Mall office and let them win for you. Online and Facebook.
Back here at Osage High School, the Falcons drive down on their first possession of the 2nd half and put it in the end zone, make it a 21-point game. 35-14 now. Osage set to get the ball for the first time here in the 2nd half.
Well, we talked about at halftime, just football is a game of exchanging punches. It's a game of answering the bell, answering the call. And, you know, what we really needed an answer there is to keep them out of the end zone, keep them off the scoreboard. We weren't able to do that. We got to have a score here. We got to have a long, sustained drive and end up in the end zone.
Good kickoff from the Falcons, going to the right side. Big hit. Staying on his feet, though, going out of bounds, not going down. Kingery just couldn't get his blockers set up in front of him. Makes a long field for the Indians. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 27.
Yeah, again, Blair Oaks has decided we're not going to let DePay touch the ball on the kickoff returns. Probably a good decision on their part, but I'd love to see him. Anytime DePay can have his hands on the ball, I think that can, result in good things for Osage.
No, Kingery's had a couple nice returns as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm not faulting him at all, for sure.
Trusty under center. The handoff goes to Williams, and he slips through the line of scrimmage, and he's met by 3 Blair Oaks linebackers, and it's hard to keep your legs turning in those situations. He tries to go forward. Stopped after a gain of, let's call it, 2. Second down and a short 9.
That's one of those plays I just feel like guys on both sides of the ball kind of know what's going to happen here. Nobody was surprised by that play, and we're just going to put our best guy against your defense and see what you can do about it, and they came up with a win that time.
Pre-snap motion to the right for Trusty. He hands off to Williams. Williams up the middle, once again brought down right after the line of scrimmage. Shades of the first drive of the first half now for the Indians. Like to see them convert this third down.
Yeah, and that just the difficulty here is we're definitely in a passing situation, and everybody here on campus knows that. And so Trusty's he's gonna be facing some heat here as he tries to find an outlet for the ball.
Yeah, Blair Oaks is not shy about bringing pressure in these situations.
Oh.
Trusty able to handle the snap, now looking for his man underneath, looking for the tight end, Landon Hall. Ball is tipped, knocked up in the air, almost intercepted, but knocked helplessly to the ground, and that'll set up fourth down.
Yeah, that's one of those plays is almost like a tip drill. It looked like 2 or 3 Blair Oaks players had a chance at that INT as they were, tipping it and diving for it and just playing really aggressive. Thankfully, hit the turf, and we'll see what Kimry can do with the punt.
Fourth down and 7 from the 30. Kimry with a running punt. And another nice kick there from the punter, Kimry.
Getting the bounce every time.
A little bit of a Australian rule style punt there as Kimry was on the run for that one. And that is a punt of 50 yards. So Kimry doing a good job. Special teams play. This third quarter brought to you by Lowe's Home Improvement. My Uncle Tim. First down play. Kimry breaks up the option in the backfield now, and now Osage trying to make a play in the backfield, and they do so. That's going to be a loss on that play. As Lackman had it. Nice job by Kimry once again, forcing it on the edge to make the quarterback make a decision. Backs throws it out there, and on that option, running back is met and brought down for a loss. Sets up 2nd and 12 now for the Falcons.
Well, in that last drive, Backs kind of had the best of him, and they were able to get the big gain and convert on the first down. This time, Kimry popped him pretty good and just forced it in our favor.
Hey, if you're going to hit him,
hard.
Make it the Andy's jackhammer hit of the game.
Have we seen that yet tonight?
That might have been that one. Ooh, Kimry coming off the edge right there, but that just gives Bax the room that he needs on that outside edge. Gets the yards back from the loss on first down and more. Sets up 3rd and short now. Kimry came with heat off the edge, looking for his 2nd sack of the night. But Bax able just to step up in the pocket and then move over on that left side where Kimry was and pick up yardage off the edge.
Bax just a smart player, kind of using Kimry's aggressiveness against him as he kind of comes upfield, and Bax just cuts right underneath him and has that whole edge open.
They fake the screen or the bubble pass out to the right, and then Bax runs up the middle. And I got to tell you, this sophomore quarterback, I have been more impressed with his legs than with his arm here tonight, this Bax kid.
Spotting it there at the 47, still on the Blair Oaks side of the field.
1st and 10 from the 47. Pitch out to the left. Met by 2 Indians and brought down after a gain of 5. As Klosser.
Crossing midfield here.
Clausen midfield.
Clausen midfield. Well played.
No, you don't like that?
I know I did. It's great. Sometimes I miss them, but I caught that one.
You've never missed one. Don't worry about it. 2nd down and 5. Fake pitch. Now Bax looking to throw it down the field. Has his man down the sideline. There's Lackman once again with the big gain just outside the 20 now. Another first down for the Falcons.
And there they are. Again, the balanced attack, just kind of being patient and taking what we're given. Kind of pound us with the run a few times, and then, hey, we can still throw the ball. And all of a sudden, we're getting close to the red zone.
An Indian down over there on the sideline after that tackle. We'll take a break and be back with an injury report after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Where'd you get that grin? right above your chin.
Why is everyone smiling? Because key lime pie concretes are back, of course, and they're bursting with flavor. Starting with the world's finest vanilla frozen custard, they add a whole slice of sweet and tangy key lime pie, crust and all. It's all part of the summer of smiles at Andy's Frozen Custard.
Top your day with a smile.
Hey folks, stop by now for one of our brand new hand-spun caramel apples, available in 3 delicious flavors at your local Andy's on the Parkway.
Noah Stevens gets up and walks off the field under his own power. Good to see.
Yeah, not a better kid out there. Just a good family. Glad to see he's all right. Love to see the respect shown from both sides of the field here as we take an injury time out there.
1st and 10 after the big gain from Lackman. Blair Oaks driving down the field here just outside the red zone. 6:16 left to go in the third quarter, brought to you by Lowe's Home Improvement. Backs looking for his man. Fade route and has him. I believe that was Klosser once again. Just ran that wheel route and caught him in the corner of the end zone. Pretty nice looking pass there from Backs. First time we've seen him really connect tonight.
Yeah, offense is really clicking for the Falcons now. It's looking pretty easy. And whereas maybe about the first half we would have said they were most effective running the ball, but their attack through the air here in this quarter has been pretty effective, pretty lethal.
Extra point pending, 6:04 left in the quarter. Snap is high, hold is down, kick is up, kick is good. 42-14. Take a break. Back with the kickoff after this. Listen to Cool 102.7 Sports.
For more than 100 years, Meeks Lumber has been serving customers in Arkansas, California, Nevada, and closer to home right here on Highway 42 in Lake Ozark. Whether you're a professional builder or a do-it-yourselfer, Meeks has the supplies you need to finish a project from foundation to the finish work. Stop in and let's start building something great together. Meeks, proud supporter of Osage Indians and high schools everywhere.
Back-to-back touchdowns to start the second half for the Falcons, make it 42-14. This Osage offense needing to answer here on this possession. Kickoff coming up.
That last touchdown pass there, what was notable about it is the time that backs had to throw that and deliver that ball, because that route that they ran takes time to deliver. And it looked like most of those short routes were covered really well, but when he made that turn towards the end, to the corner of the end zone there, just fooled the defender, was wide open, and Bax was able to make the perfect throw.
Kickoff goes to DePay, and he goes up the middle, brought down right at the 31. That's where they will start this possession. Camdenton up big over Waynesville now, 31-7.
Is that one in Camdenton or on the road there?
I'm not sure.
All right. Our partners, right, out there, wherever they are, covering that one.
Both considered Lake area teams.
Oh, boy, we have the ball on the ground.
Yep, trying to make a pitch out there to the left side, and it looks like Blair Oaks is going to come up with that football. Not what the Indians wanted to do to start that drive.
Yeah, so the Falcons are going to start their drive here at, the 26-yard line, it looks like. And, credit the Indians. We really haven't seen them tonight make many mistakes. They've played really clean ball. That was it couldn't happen at a worse time, really. First really just kind of broken, blown-up play that we've seen from them tonight.
Man in motion, pre-snap. Fake, now out to the left, ball tipped. Unable to bring it in is the receiver. Falls helplessly to the ground, sets up second down and 10.
Going right at him. They're not, we thought they might want to drain the clock a little bit, but that's not what we've seen in this quarter.
You see a lot of teams get aggressive after a turnover like that. Consider it a free possession. Backs will hang on to it. Kimry forcing him back inside to hang on to the football now, but he's still going to gain about 8, setting up 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, Bax was glad to redirect his run there and take 8 yards from us. Going to put the ball at what? Looking about the 18, 17-yard line here.
Going up on 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Blair Oaks looking to punch it in once again. Bax will hand it off. Lackman up the middle, enough for a 1st down, and into right around the 10-yard line. I'll call it the 11. They'll set up 1st and 10. So Blair Oaks with a chance to get a 1st down inside the 1. 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
It's an interesting little almost counterplay. Looks like they're going to lead it to the right, and all of a sudden just turned it back left and fooled us and fooled Osage and got a nice little gain to convert for 1st down.
Noah Stevens back on the field. Handoff goes to Luckett. Slips through the line of scrimmage, picks up about 3 or 4.
Looks like we're going to spot the ball about the 7. We got a player just on the edge working as Osage player. Looks like he was hurting, so they stopped the play. They're back at it here.
Second down and 6. Backs looking in the air. Now he's going to move. Kimry has him. Ball thrown on the sideline. Incomplete.
Hey, the job that Kimry has doing, kind of caging Backs in there on the corner, redirecting him, he's doing a good job. I feel like he's kind of almost been given an assignment to shadow him and to play the quarterback, and for the most part, he's done it really well tonight. Coming after him now. Oh.
Over here on the sideline, DePay tries to make the play at the goal line, but just able to edge that ball over is Lackman. So another Blair Oaks touchdown.
Kimry was coming hot at him, and Bax was able just to turn and to deliver that ball. It's just as cool as a cucumber there, right as Kimry was bearing down on him. Delivers the pass just perfectly, and they were able to just turn and run it upfield for the touchdown.
49-14 after the extra point. Back with the kickoff after this. Listen to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Are you looking for a great place to work and call home? Our Vet is accepting qualified applicants to any of its central locations, Lynn Creek, Laurie, and Ashland. Our Vet has state-of-the-art facilities, excellent customer service, and team spirit when it comes to serving its furry family members. Top salaries, custom employment packages, and executive housing available for accepted applicants. Our Vet supports continued education, benefits, and the best opportunity for a meaningful career in the Ozarks. Please deliver your resume at any location and check us out on Facebook.
And just like that, 3 touchdowns to start the 3rd quarter for the Falcons, make it 49-14. Indians set to receive the kickoff.
Yeah, the game is becoming here in this 3rd quarter what we feared it might be, where just at this point, unless there is a dramatic shift in the direction of things, it just feels like this game is a bit out of hand for the Indians.
Kingery met at the 18 and taken down. Big hit there by Brady Kerperin.
Pretty good long kick by the Falcons.
Yeah, they've been doing that all night.
Yeah, puts Kingery in a kind of a tough spot, and the pursuit was right there. He barely got turned upfield before. He was just met right in the face and brought down here. They're going to spot it, it looks like, the 19-yard line.
I do not expect to see any type of quit or give in from this Indian team, though.
Oh, no, not at all. That's not what you That's not how you play the game, right? That's not how you – and maybe you're not going to get a win this week, but this is part of the season of the story, how you play in moments like this.
Williams gets the handle, left side, able to outrun a couple guys into the second level. There's a big gain, certainly the biggest gain of the season for Williams. And that is quite a big gain down into Blair Oaks territory. Knocked out of bounds, and that is what we've seen from Williams all night tonight.
All the way to the 25-yard line on the other side of the field. Hey, that's the longest run we've seen all season for sure. We're going to see more of that in the weeks ahead.
That's close to a 70-yard gain.
And just as you said, you're not going to see. We're going to see fight to the end. Well, there we go. Abe Williams says, "Hey, we're still here. We're still on the field. We're still part of this story tonight."
I'll make it 1st and 10. A Surdike Yamaha first down into Blair Oaks territory. Trusty hands it off to Colonius. Now he's working the left side, and he's going to get enough to get to the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. 6-yard gain makes it 2nd and 4.
Just inside that red zone, about the 19-yard line there.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go. Ball at the 19. Trusty on the move, now out to the right. Looking for his man. A lot of contact out there between DePay and the defender. Defender gets knocked to the ground and all that. That was Jake Hagner.
Trusty has shown that he's not afraid to trust his receivers right there at times. Just like, hey, I'm just going to put it out there, and you chase it down. That one's just a little bit long, but, yeah, there was some contact there, and the Blair Oaks defender kind of got up with his arms raised thinking maybe he was the victim of the crime, but no yellow on the field.
Tight formation here from the Indians. Quick handoff to Williams up the gut. Gets to right around the first down marker, and that's going to set up 4th down and very short for the Indians.
Yeah, we're going to say that's about the 16-yard line there. They're needing to get to the 15 here for a first down. No, I don't have that. Yeah, that's right.
Ball at the 16, looking to get to the 15. 4th down and 1 for the Indians. Trusty to Williams. Working the left side, and I think he did not get it. Got knocked back. Was trying to get forward progress, but this Blair Oaks defense steps up and makes the stop inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone.
Well, it's one you had to go for, right, at that position of the field at this time of the game. Williams running hard, especially on, had that big long carry in the drive. Let's put it on his shoulders and see if he can keep it going for us. And defense stiffens by Blair Oaks. And again, we're talking about an experienced squad, an experienced, mature squad who's able to get the stop in here. And as they're coming on the other end of the field, they're holding up the fours, right? Fourth quarter, we're looking to finish this game.
Yeah, third quarter comes to a close. We'll take a break and be back with the final quarter after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
American Sun Control and Powder Coating is your powder coating and railing specialist at the lake. We can custom design new railings for your deck or pool area, or make your existing railing look like new again. Maybe it's time to enhance your outdoor living space with a new screened-in porch or room. Our 40 years of experience is your assurance of total satisfaction. Check us out online or Facebook. That's American Sun Control.
Back here, start of the fourth quarter coming up. Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams up here in the Kelly's Port Marina press box as we get set to start the fourth quarter, brought to you by Meeks Lumber, the builder's choice. It is going to be a long field and a first down for the Falcons here. First play of the fourth quarter coming up. 49-14 the score on the scoreboard. Pitch out to the right. Luckett gets it, and he gets knocked out of bounds.
Going to spot it here about the 21-yard line. Game about 5, it looks like.
I believe the clock will run here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we're just at that mark, aren't we? Is it 35 points is what you're looking for?
Where is our research team, Rob Adams, with these answers?
We need a third headset. What's the name of the guy on the NFL broadcast that, he's kind of always back there interpreting when it's a tough call?
Yeah, we just throw it to Rob for rules interpretation.
That's what I want.
No one knows the rules of football better than Rob Adams. Look at him Google.
Hey, if you get a chance, if you see Rob around, and just ask him about it. He loves to talk
Rob
about
loves
NFL.
talking about football. If you find Rob Adams in public, talk to him about football. First down run there from the Falcons. Luckett had a pretty good game tonight. Got in the end zone a few times for Blair Oaks. Gets the first down there for him.
At the 34-yard line. And again, I would assume their intention here is to drain the clock. They may surprise me by putting the ball in the air, but I think they're just looking to push this ball down the field as much as they can just in their running back's arms and try to get to the end. See that clock wind down to 0-0.
Yeah, they got a kind of a 2- and 3-headed monster at the running back that they like to use. Good stuff there by Jaden Wilkes coming up with that tackle.
Jaden Wilkes on the stop for Osage.
Makes it 2nd and 8 for Blair Oaks. Again, our next broadcast will be live next week from Eldon, Missouri. You can listen right here on 102.7 and follow along on mosportzone.com. Run on the left side into the second level. That is Jace Rackers.
Crossing midfield over in Osage territory all the way down to the 40-yard line. And we're starting to hear some names we haven't heard tonight from Blair Oaks. And that's that little play. I don't know what you call that, Craig, where the quarterback, again, looks like he's going to lead the play to the right, and then just the running back countering the other way really has surprised us and worked effective against our defense tonight.
Now this handoff goes up the middle for a big first down, and that is Lackman picking that one up close to the red zone. Clock running, coming up on 9 minutes to go here in the final quarter of play.
Going to start their fresh floor here at about the 23-yard line.
Pitch out to the left. And another first down into the red zone right around the 10-yard line. Knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, a defense that feels like we were playing a little with a little more resistance earlier in the game. Blair Oaks was really having their way here on this drive.
Another handoff, trying to go up the middle, forced him out to the left, brought down right around the 4-yard line.
Hearing lots of Lackman here on this drive.
Lots of Lackman tonight. He's been a big part of this offense.
I'd like to get a copy of that halftime speech given by the Blair Oaks coach. It seems to work some magic here.
Certainly effective.
They have had their way this half.
Pre-snap timeout brought to you by Reagan Cabinets. We'll take 1-2, 49-14. Blair Oaks out in front over the Indians. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
What a game. It's 4th and goal. Winter Shelton drops back in shotgun. Here's the snap. Shelton bootlegs. He keeps it. He dives into the end zone. Touchdown! When it comes to winning and real estate, there's one team crushing the competition. Winter Shelton Real Estate Group.
Shelton is crushing it.
Look them up online and Facebook.
Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
7:57 left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Indians taking on the Falcons. Number 1 ranked team in Class 3 in Blair Oaks. Osage down 28-14 at halftime, and kind of let this one get away from them here in the second half.
Well, in the second half, they've shown why they deserve that number 1 ranking for sure. I don't think they're going to lose that this week at all. Kind of surprised they were able to keep that after the loss last week, but They're showing us why now.
Pitch out to the right. And it looks like Rackers is going to get into the end zone for the Falcons. Extra point pending.
So at this point of the game, it almost, the game changes a little bit. Craig, am I wrong about that? Where it almost becomes a little bit of a JV contest as both teams are probably getting your younger players out on the field here, getting them some experience.
We'll see what Coach Jolly wants to do here on the offensive side. I could see the merits of both, bringing in some different players, getting them some snaps out there in real time, and I could see wanting to, practice things for later in the season with his first team of players. We'll see what Coach Jolly wants to do, though.
Well, we know what Coach Jolly wants to do. He will do.
That's right.
So we're going to Eldon next week.
Going to Eldon.
Have you covered a game up there in Eldon?
I don't think so.
Really?
I think in the past that's always been covered. Yeah, I haven't covered a game in Eldon, but I have covered Eldon Osage games here at Osage.
Gotcha.
So I think this will be my first time going up there to their press box in their area.
Well, I have enjoyed the last 2 weeks being at home and being here with the Tech crew. We've got Jackson Gam with us again this week, Katie Meisner. We've got Devin Gingero, new student with the Tech team, or at least new to us here tonight, learning the program over there at the computer. Kudos to everything they're bringing. Of course, we got Mr. Rob Adams here supervising them and putting it all together. I hope it's been a good production for, whether you're listening on the radio or whether you're watching mosports.com. I hope it's been a good show for you. And if it has, you can be thankful and grateful for this student-led Tech team we've got making it happen.
Yeah, good job, guys. No eye contact. Rob, crack the whip. No eye contact. They can't look at the star. Short kickoff. Kingery going to return this one. Pretty good return up to about the 35. Looked like DePay might have had a shot at it, but Kingery, ball was coming right to him, and he took it up the field. Starters back out for the Indians.
First down at 10 for Osage.
56-14 running clock here in the fourth. 28, I guess 35 unanswered points for the Falcons.
Yeah, it's hard to stay in them when you have that going on.
Colonius out to the left side. Couple nice blocks out there. The tomahawk chop steak block brought to you by the Butcher Shop. We've seen some edges sealed out there for Williams tonight to get some big gains. We saw that 70-ish yard run to get the drive started last time. That started with a big block on the edge. These guys out there getting the tomahawk chop steak block of the game. Now Williams falling down right near the first down marker. Going to be 3rd and short. Jackhammer hit of the game. I'm going to give it to Kimry for that 3rd down sack right towards the end of the first half there, making it a tough situation for the Falcons. Even though they converted, Kimry playing big here, and he got that sack.
I think we might have to rename that.
John Kimry.
The John Kimry Jackhammer, Andy's Jackhammer hit of the game. He's owned that a few weeks here.
Free Andy's for the winner for Kimry.
From Kimry?
Yep.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that. We're fighting for the ball. We're fighting for it.
Across his body.
What are we saying? It looks like
Blair Oaks are
coming up with it.
Tough hole to try and fit that pass into. Trusty tried to put it in a spot where only his guy could get to it. Interception for the Falcons, though. Clock will continue to run here.
Yeah, again, you can't blame Trusty for going for it at all, and really just inches off there. Both players certainly fighting for the ball. Had Blair Oaks just able to wrestle away from him, come down to the ground, and get the INT.
Some different players now on the field for the Falcons. Vander Halford, quarterback, freshman. Camdenton up 38-7 on Waynesville going into the fourth. Fourth quarter winding down here between the Indians and the Falcons. Pitch out to the left. Hank Lucanot.
Getting to the bottom of the list, aren't we?
Hank, I like that name for a kid. Hank. Do you think it's actually Henry?
I've not met him. How many Henrys do you know?
A couple.
Do you? I never had a childhood friend named Henry. Oh, we're going deep.
Yeah, fake pitch and then overthrown his man. Sets up fourth down. Likely a punt situation here for the Falcons. Oh, excuse me, Vander Halford is the punter. That quarterback was Wyatt Meldrum. He's a senior. My bad on that. That quarterback that possession was Meldrum. Halford is the punter. Nice high kick there. DePay waves everyone off for a fair catch. Takes a fortuitous Osage bounce. And the Indians will start from their own 25.
Could be the last possession of the night. We'll see what happens here. We're under 3 minutes of the game with a continuous clock.
Any big weekend plans?
Well, you'll be jealous of this. Tomorrow, I will be running the scoreboard for a middle school volleyball tournament at School of the Osage. I'll be there for a good 8 hours or so. What do you think of that?
Williams up the middle for two. Hey, listen. I tell you what, that's going to be a long day.
It is a long day, and here's what happens every year. And it's good for me to be there to watch the students, and so it's all positive. But every year our athletic director, Tom Gwynn, sends out just an email saying, hey, you helped out with volleyball this last year. Can I sign you up for some dates again? Sure, just sign me up. And I just don't look, and I forget of the Saturday in there that's just in the mix, that it's just there. And so that's where I'm going to be tomorrow.
That's in the rotation. And he's like, I know I can get this guy to do it. Nice play action pass out to the receiver. Caught by the tight end, Landon Hall. Close to a first down, under 90 seconds to go here.
So I kind of feel like my weekend won't start till Sunday. I'd like to go on a bike ride on Sunday, come home, make some breakfast for my family on the griddle. No big old plans. How about yourself? What do you got going on?
Let's go watch football. Got Mizzou against Middle Tennessee State tomorrow. Night game at 6 o'clock. Then, of course, Sunday, big-time Seahawks fans, they take on the Rams. Your Niners playing an early game against the Steelers. I kind of like the Steelers in that one, by the way.
Do you really?
I do. I like the Steelers this season.
Well, they need a good season. They've had a little dry spell.
They've been over 500 for like the last 20 years.
But not. I mean, when's the last time they had just a great season?
Listen, I tell you what, you have let this Niners success really go to your head. You know that?
I did see a headline saying something about the window, the Niners window closing as their players will get a bit older, but they've been a fun team to watch. Their quarterbacks, it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out this year.
He is Purdy. Williams up the middle here on fourth down, hit and brought down, does not get it, but that'll be how this one comes to a close. Clock will continue to run. Blair Oaks will pick up the win in this one, 56-14, going to be the final score. Osage gets set to head to Eldon next week. We'll take a break. Be back with the post-game show brought to you by high-tech auto body. After this, you're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Being a member has its perks. Have you downloaded the new Dearborg's app yet? Hi, I'm Greg Dearborg. Sign up for Dearborg's Rewards to earn points every time you shop, and so much more. Make your shopping list, scan the weekly ad for deals, clip digital coupons, and save even more. Order flowers, catering, and sweet treats in a matter of a few taps. And best of all, there's always something new. Convinced yet? Grab your phone and discover the most rewarding way to shop is with the Dearborg's app. It's fresh, it's friendly, it's Dearborg's.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading Air Ease products. Every Air Ease product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling. For reliable products offered by reliable people, call DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
Your hometown lumberyard and proud high school football supporter, High Brothers Lumber. High Brothers Lumber prides itself on knowledgeable customer service, on-the-spot instruction, being family-owned and locally operated for 44 years. And at High Brothers, we have the biggest delivery fleet and nothing less than premium lumber. Let the quality be the difference that brings you the win at High Brothers Lumber, located on Old Highway 5 South. High Brothers Lumber.
Stepping onto the boat, pushing off from the dock, tying on the perfect bait, and casting a line.
Grandpa, we got one.
Sharing your favorite hobby. Brought to you by Lake Regional Orthopedics. From total joint replacement to memories that can't be replaced.
My fish is bigger than yours.
Our commitment runs deep. Learn more at lakeregional.com.
Tradition runs in the family. Family vacation, family Sunday dinner, and family holiday gatherings. Lake of the Ozarks boaters find top quality boats and service at Kelly's Port. The same owner and manager for over 40 years. Now that's a tradition. Start your own family tradition on a new Regal boat or Bennington pontoon, backed by highly trained and certified technicians. Kelly's Port on Business 54 in Osage Beach, the marina on Dude Ranch Road, or online kellysport.com. Book your winterization now.
Polylift Boat Lifts.
Your boat is a major investment. Make sure it sits on a poly lift.
When you need a boat lift to raise your boat out of the water, choose the one voted best boat lift at the lake. Choose Polylift. Any size, built with the best quality construction, a lifetime warranty on the tanks, and the service to stand behind it. We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
Back here at school, the Osage High School, where the Indians fell short against the Blair Oaks Falcons, 56-14. Steve, do you have some stats for us at all?
Yeah, just to look at the second half. What happened in that second half was a little bit of what we were fearful of. We only had 2 first downs in that second half. We had 87 yards rushing on 13 attempts, but no receiving yards, 0 for 3 on attempts. Had 1 interception there, 1 fumble loss. So, that was the half that made some mistakes there that we didn't make first half, and that's when you're playing against a very talented squad, experienced squad like the Blair Oaks Falcons. When you make those mistakes, they're just going to ram them down your throat. They're going to punish you for those mistakes, and that's why you end up with 35 unanswered points or whatever in that second half. So we talked about it was a pretty competitive first half score, 28-14. We had a lot of fight in us and just made some mistakes in that third quarter that Blair Oaks just took and run with. And, before you know it, it seemed like in just a few moments that game turned pretty quick.
Yeah, and that's just, you play against a tough team like that, and we've seen it the last couple of weeks. You got to limit mistakes. You got to limit, what can wind up costing you in those situations. And here, Osage just fell short tonight. Got a chance to bounce back as they move forward in conference play. We saw this last season too, Steve. Osage started out 0-3, then racked off 7 straight wins. Obviously going to be a little bit more difficult to do this year. It's a different team, different roster, different style, kind of a different philosophy. Trusty's not the same kind of quarterback that we've seen with Vaughn and McLaughlin. These sets of receivers are different. We don't have Graber out there, but we have DePay. We don't have guys in the backfield that we have, but we have Williams and Colonius. So it's just a matter of kind of getting the ball rolling in the right direction. And I think these first 3 games of the season, while the results haven't been what Osage wants, we've seen that ball rolling.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, you want to go into every game, especially as a fan and, a broadcaster here, rooting for your team, hoping for the best. You want the best. But honestly, being at this point 0-3, I don't know that we're shocked that that's where we're at. But what's going to restart the season is we're going to Eldon next week. Yeah. And everybody, I mean, I tell you, the energy at the practices this week, it's going to be high. They're going to be motivated. The coaching staff's going to be motivated. The fan base is going to be motivated. And so we have a chance to wash all this sour taste of these 3 losses, just rinse that out of our mouth and go to Eldon, get a win, show who we can be. Take and learn from these mistakes, learn from these hard losses, and show that we've profited from it.
And, I think that's the strength of a Coach Jolly team, is that he's able to turn the team around and get them going in the right direction and just kind of focus on what's next. They never belabor anything. They never worry about anything. They kind of just get where they're going and they focus on what's next. And what's next is the Eldon Mustangs. I think Coach Jolly is close to joining us here for the post-game show to talk about tonight's game. So, again, our next broadcast will be live from Eldon next week. It'll be on 102.7 and mosportzone.com, live streamed on there. Not sure what their press box situation will be. It can't be like this suite that we got here. So it'll be interesting to go there next week and put it all together and figure out what the situation will be. But we'll still have the live stream for you next week in Eldon. Joining us now for the post-game show here is Coach Jolly. And Coach, getting your headset on. Coach, a continued effort like we saw in the first 2 games this season. The kids playing hard and starting to really execute on both sides of the football. Didn't see the results you wanted, but saw a lot of good things tonight.
Yeah, we got good film to look at. I mean, I think it's we're getting better. It's not fast enough for everybody, and myself included, and the kids. So, just told them we want to go right now. We want to win right now. Had ourselves in a ball game in the first half. Had some opportunities against one of the best teams in the state, and I think we probably earned a lot of respect in the first half. And then we just don't have it in the tank right now. It's just not there. It goes from execution-wise. We got guys cramping, and we got to work harder, and we got to get better at it. And I think everybody's starting to understand. I think the look in their eyes was they understand now the stuff that I was saying and talking about is not just coach talk. It's like, hey, we got to go if we're going to win games.
And I think a big thing that we talked about up here during the game, especially in that first half, was, your team, it made a couple of mistakes there in the first half, but the way they bounced back and didn't waver, that fumble at the goal line to turn around and score on that next possession, that says a lot about the team.
Yeah, and we had, that's the unfortunate part is we had opportunities, and we don't give the ball up. We don't. I mean, it's not what we do, and it's more mental, and it's more mental discipline and maturity, and everybody's going to talk about how young these kids are, and I'm exhausted about that. We know they're young. Blair Oaks didn't seem to care too much about how young we were and didn't take any concessions for that. So I'm tired of hearing that. We got to go. We got to press the gas. And when we get in situations where we're in short yard situation, we need to get first downs. When it's 4th and 1 or 4, we have to move the ball. I don't care. We're going to work on that. We're going to get after it this week. But I told them in the locker room I'm really, really proud of them. There's going to be some good film to look at tomorrow, and I'm excited about that.
You talked about being a little bit young. I want to talk about the experience that you have. You have some guys that are stepping up and being leaders on both sides of the football. Maybe not to name names, but talk about the guys that are experienced that are leading that team right now.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Hess. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 guys playing really, really hard on defense in the first half. Well, that's better in the first week. They have 2 or 1, and so you keep piling guys on, and then it gets better, and then you get to 11, and then you've got something going. But like I said, I'm not going to make any excuses. You got to play. Our kids are gifted. We got young guys that are athletically talented and stuff. They got to believe that they can do it, and then we just got to get after it and put it on the field. But I'm proud of our kids. It was a great environment tonight. Everything was right there except for the win and a good second half. I don't mind getting beat if we put our best foot forward, and we didn't do that in the second half, and that's the frustrating part.
Well, Coach, I know that you're a tough critic on your team, and you want what's best for them. I just want to say, for somebody that's watched them for the first 3 games, you can see the improvements being made. You can see the pieces being put together, and you can see it starting to click, like you said. So you move on to Eldon next week, an away game against a tough opponent, local team, big-time rivalry. What do you know going into that one? Anything?
We don't know anything yet. We'll find out. We'll watch film tonight on us and in the morning, and then we get film. I haven't seen anything on Eldon this year, and and we don't look at anything until Saturday on the next opponent, so I couldn't tell you much about him. I know Coach Holt does a good job over there. He's a good friend of mine, and I love him, and he's working his butt off, so we ought to have a good football game next week.
Indeed so. Coach Jolly coming up and joining us here for the post-game show. Coach, thank you for your time, and thanks for coming up, man.
Thanks, guys, for having us.
Once again, Osage falls short here tonight against Blair Oaks. Final score 56-14. Our next broadcast will be live from Eldon, Missouri next week. We'll have it right here on 102.7 as well as mosportzone.com, where you can follow the live stream along for the game. For Justin Wassel back in the studio, for the slew of crew that puts together the video product here, and Steve Adams, I am Craig Allen. Thank you for listening. This has been another presentation of Cool 102.7 Sports and mosportzone.com.